All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Let me just make sure you guys can hear me all good. Good morning. Good afternoon. Let me just turn this down here, guys. Gold with the big sell-off today in Asia. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Gold with the big sell-off. Silver with the big sell-off. You guys who were on the Asia market call last night, remember we spoke about gold to have this big sell-off. We spoke about gold shorts today, and ended up playing down beautifully. Any of you guys get these shorts in Asia before we jump into these markets? Any of you guys get these shorts? Pretty aggressive price action here, though, to be honest. You know, tag lows, you ripped straight back higher, and then ended up selling all the way back down below. Did any of you guys short this in Asia? It's a pretty aggressive move. I think these, I just saw you guys in Discord, like these are some big aggressive spicy. We have to look at this news. But there was some nice hourly fake outs here. So, you know, we're not looking for longs today on gold for the reason that daily bias is bearish. We spoke about this in our Asian market call. So as soon as you see gold close back below that 47.50, taking this short down here, man, that would have been a beautiful trade. Beautiful trade. Hey, Alan, what's going on, man? Good morning, everyone. Good morning, guys. Audio and video good. Awesome. Thank you, Bruno. If any guys are new here, welcome. My name is Aaron, also known as Aaron Trades. I've been trading the past 8 years and mainly focus on gold futures here in the European session. So happy Thursday, everyone. Good to be back on with you guys. Bruno did nice. Yeah, took the hourly fake out sells on a combine. Market seemed wild. Yeah, I think taking the fake out sells on a combine because it was very aggressive. Because how much did you sell off? You sold off 285 ticks and then just kept ripping lower. Yeah, it was a pretty aggressive Asian session today. Let me just have a look at the news here. Good morning, Pascal. Good morning, man. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. So let's have a look. Let me just have a quick look to see what we had overnight, and we'll look at what we have coming up for the day ahead. What do we have today? We got unemployment claims for US dollar 130 London time, and then 245 London time. We got flash manufacturing PMI, but it's only mid-folder news. Nothing high impact, but clearly these markets are moving anyway. When was this? An hour ago. Trump extends ceasefire by 3 to 5 days. That was 11 hours ago. 5 hours ago, Fed rate cut pushed back to late 2026 on war-related inflation risk. So yeah, there was some pretty decent news coming out overnight, which we can clearly see in these markets are moving crazy. Oh, nice, Bruno. Nice. Bruno with the nice shorts here. On the 100 tick chart as well. Nice trade, Bruno. Nice trade, man. Good trade. So yeah, we'll see what London brings us today, guys. We'll break it all down here, guys. Some news about Iran seizing ships. Yep. Let's break it all down, guys. Let's have a look. We'll look at all markets here this morning, guys. We'll look at gold. We'll look at NQ. We'll look at silver. We'll break down all these markets here, guys. In terms of the American session, what do we have? We have US jobless claims, but flash US PMIs. Initial claims are expected 210 versus 207. What else do we have here? I don't think it's going to be moving the market that much, to be honest. On contrary, if the war ends soon, we might see an even stronger economic activity going forward, which could bring rate hikes back on the table. And then we have US flash PMI, expected to pretty much mirror the sentiment of the others. The last release showed a combination of slower growth and rising inflation following the outbreak of the war in the Middle East, and that might not have changed much. So I don't think that's really going to do too much in the markets. I wouldn't not trade around that time, but it's good to be aware of what's happening and when. So let's break down these markets here, guys. Let's have a look, see what we got for the day ahead. You shorted, we got wicked out at 1:30 London time. Yeah, this... Well, 1:30 London time. Where did you short? Sorry, man. You shorted here or here? You got wicked. Or maybe you shorted here, but this wick got you back out. Maybe. Yeah, this is a pretty. To be honest, I'm looking at these sales and going, yeah, that was a nice short in Asia. If I'm being honest, that's a pretty aggressive candle. That's a 500 tick 30-minute candle with a massive, massive, massive liquidity grab and breaking back above 47.50. So would I have shorted this at 230? I'm not sure. I like to think I would have. I also can see reasons as to why you wouldn't short it, because it would have been a very aggressive short. When you broke above and broke straight back below, it would have been a pretty aggressive short. So let's have a look, you guys. You guys fire up these questions. I'll break them all down. Let's have a look at these markets. So coming into today, like I say, you guys on Zoom, we spoke about this in the Asia market call yesterday. What did we speak about in the Asia market call? We had price to come down and liquidate previous day lows. Why did it like price to come down and liquidate previous lows? Well, you broke beautifully back below 4,800. You held some nice resistance yesterday. You couldn't close back above. So where's our targets today? Short and gold into these two levels. You can see previous day lows have been hit beautifully. And now from here, what do? Do we find some support and have a bit of a pullback? Or do we come back down to some next major lows? To be honest, I can see gold coming back down to Tuesday's lows down here. And then after Tuesday's lows, you got some major lows back down here at around 4,600 as well. So overall, I'm leaning more towards more downside on gold in the coming days. We'll mark on these lows here. So we got the lows here. And we also have the lows from Monday, the 13th of April. Now, one thing to understand, guys, when we start dropping down to this lower time frame, we are below previous daily lows. Ideally, we would be shorting into them previous day lows, but if we're not already shorting into them day lows, we could find some intraday support from down there. So although I'm saying I do believe gold is going to come down to Tuesday's lows, where we're at right now is still big support. So we could easily still find some support from here. So let's see what we're seeing on the low time frame. What can we see? Just came down, tag lows, closed bullish. You're already starting to break back higher. So you're kind of already bouncing already. Look at this pre-Londoners. Pre-London's having the moves here already here, guys. Look at this. You came down, spiked the lows. You're already trying to break back higher. Again, we'll probably have to see how we now react around this view app for potential shorts, because if I'm buying gold again, I'd like to be buying down here, so I have to see how we react when we maybe come back up to these highs here. Hey Aaron, hey Adam, what's up? You wouldn't buy after that liquidity sweep? Which one? This one? Which one do you mean? You mean this one? Would I buy after this one? Enter and drop at 12. Let's have a look. Just double checking, Adam. Is this the? Would I not buy after this one here? Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can see here. Let me have a look. Let's have a look. The 6:30 candle. Oh, the 6:30 candle. Yeah, if you were on the charts, definitely. I wasn't on the charts, but yes, definitely. So I thought you meant this one. Would I buy after this candle tag lows and close bullish? This one, absolutely not, because my bias is bearish for the day. But this one here, yeah, definitely, absolutely. You can take this trade. I just wasn't on the charts yet, but definitely you absolutely could. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning. Good morning. Would you drop down to the 3, 2, and 1 minute chart to get into gold when the candle is so large in the 5 minute? No, I wouldn't know. I don't. I mean, look at this candle. Look at that. That is. In 5 minutes, gold was up 300 ticks in the Asian session today. That's pretty crazy. Where did you come back up into? Look at this. Perfect. Equal highs. Look at this. Perfect equal highs. Double top. People trying to short there. What does price do? Comes up, tags the highs and sells off. So, I mean, intraday, could you have bought it up into these highs? Yeah, you could have. I'd rather take this short. That's a pretty perfect liquidity play right there. Look at that. The plan we talk about, go through every single day. You create a double top. People try and short here. Risk off these highs. What does price do? Rejects, brings in more sellers. Comes up, squeeze the highs, and then has the true move down. Now, if that isn't gold manipulation to an absolute T, I don't know what is. Look at that. That's perfect. You see rejections from resistance. People try short. What does price do? comes up, stops at the highest point, and then just completely reverses. Now, if you wanted a good example of what manipulation on gold looks like, that is absolutely it. And that was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. I don't know if any of you guys did short that. That was very, very nice. Again, would have been tough to short because the hourly closed so bullish. But it was a nice example of a liquidity grab. Let's see. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning. What do you think about that long trend line on the hourly? Do you think price will go up and tag the highs of the trend line? Let's have a look. I think you probably mean this one coming down here, which, to be honest, yeah, you can maybe even take it from the highest point. Look, all the way back up here. Does that play out? Yeah, see, that's kind of scary on gold, isn't it? That's kind of scary. Yeah, it's a good spot. See, I wish you hadn't told me that. Because I wanted to short gold into lows, but now I see this. Yeah, that is pretty worrying for shorts. You guys know these trend lines, we're trying to buy up into these trend lines. And although we do have some lows down here, like I said, we are already below some daily lows. So maybe this is a nice reason why I would like to ideally be buying here intraday in London, but you can see we're already breaking back high. So yes, that's definitely a good trend line to watch, man. Absolutely. Look at all these little grabs on gold before the sell-off here, guys. We do come up, tag the highs, sell off. Come up, tag the highs, sell off. Come up, tag the highs, sell off. This is what gold, look, tag the highs, sell off. But what did we not really do all the way back up here? You never really re-tagged the highs. So what's also interesting to watch here on gold, guys, is I personally, again, this is just a much higher time frame outlook. We'll look at intraday opportunities in a second. I just want to give you guys an overall outlook on what I'm thinking right now. Is I do believe there's the possibility to see gold back at 5,000. When I look at this higher time frame, we're still very bullish. You know, we had this huge morning star play down here. I wouldn't be too surprised if we can see this get back up to 5,000 in the next couple of weeks. So 5,000 would also bring in that big trend line. You also have a huge trend line coming down like this. Could you come up for a deeper retracement into this? Absolutely. Where would you potentially reverse from? Either these daily lows or weekly lows. So two big areas to watch. But yes, I could see a potential big swing long gold in the next few days, which is something I would absolutely like to take as well. But for intraday, we need to see how we react around this view app. Ideally, we'd already be buying this breakout, but we've just jumped on. So let's see how we react up here. Yeah. I'm getting long now. 1 minute. Yeah, that's what I said, man. 1 minute to 5,000. That's what we said, isn't it? So yeah, it's definitely something to look at. We'll look at NQ, we'll look at silver as well, guys. Don't worry, we'll look at all these markets. I'm just trying to get a deeper understanding of what's happening on gold right now. I did take a break-even trade yesterday. I bought gold. Where did I buy gold? You guys on Zoom, where do we buy gold? I shared the trade in Discord. Called the longs in Discord. Where was it? I think it was around here. I think we took. Or was it these longs? I can't remember, but I shared some longs in Discord yesterday. Where are we? You guys see this? Yeah. Shared some longs in Discord yesterday, but we didn't really do that much. There's a little bit of a break even. I'm trying to buy up into the double top. I think double top did get hit, but it kind of, yeah, it did shop around for quite some time. So it was the only real trade I took yesterday. Tried to take these longs. It was nice 30-minute morning star, nice double top target because gold was so range bound. Yeah, it was a bit of a break even, but yeah, I did share that in Discord as well. It was absolutely worth a shot. Absolutely worth a shot. And then you've had some 30-minute morning star. Silver, really. Silver, let's see. Silver. Oh yeah, silver's not really moved too much yet. Okay, let's see. Silver tag and lows. Yeah, silver could get long. I'm trading the combine here today as well, guys, because gold sold off so much. So yeah, I'm happy to potentially give silver a shot. Yeah, this is looking nice. What do we do? Came down, tag lows of Asia, trying to get back high. So you got a decent retracement on silver, whereas gold's already kind of had the retracement. So yes, good spot, man. There may be a potential silver buy. Yeah, midday. Yep. I took two break-even trades yesterday. So I took the one we shared in Discord here for this 30-minute morning star play to come up and grab these Asia highs. And then I took another trade, I think around here. Also another break even before then price kind of chopped around. So that's all I really took yesterday. Two break even trades. Two break even trades. Aaron, any trades in euro today? I'm on a selling bias, but didn't find levels to sell. Yep, we can have a look. Absolutely, we can have a look. We can have a look at any of these markets you guys are looking at. We can absolutely have a look. We got hourly close and London Open coming in about 10 minutes. I want to see how gold reacts around here for potential longs or shorts, to be honest. Silver, we'll see if we can get some buys of silver already breaking out here. Again, I'll see a little bit of a quick pullback on silver to buy. Yes, euro, let's have a look. Let's have a look. So you got bearish bias on the euro. Let's have a look. So let's get rid of some of these levels here on the euro. Euro's been on a great short. So, I mean, my bias would be a little bit more neutral today on silver to, silver on euro, to be honest. Why? Well, if we look at these markets, what would my bias be coming into the next day? Well, you just had this nice fake out confirmation. You guys know we like to trade these fake out trades. When you break bullish and break straight back below, that's our nice fake out confirmation. So as soon as I see price breaking above and breaking straight back below, fantastic. That's my fake out sell. So yesterday, you'd have an easy short bias. But today, I don't know if the bias would be that easy short. Why? Well, if we look to the left, you know, we're coming into some big support. Even here, you can see this. All of this is one big level. So my bias would be a little bit more neutral here today on the euro. If I have a look at this, you know, you kind of tagged lows, closed bullish, sold off back below. So I would be seeing if there's maybe some potential pullback longs to retrace some of this move yesterday. Maybe you come up and retrace some of this. I wouldn't be that bearish on the euro. But again, that's just my thought process. If you're bearish because you have other reasons, you know, don't let me say otherwise. But for me personally, given the fact that euro is a huge daily, weekly support, I would be open to support being formed. Look at these huge wick rejections. Before this was a wick rejection, you know, this was one big bullish candle that you wicked all the way back down below. So this could look like one big bearish candle now. Before you know it, it could start to leave a really steep wick. So to me, anywhere in here, I would be open to being a buyer personally. So I'd be looking for lower time frame for potential longs. Hourly close coming in 6 minutes here, guys. 6 minutes. Let's have a look. Look at oil. Yes, absolutely. We can have a look at oil. Absolutely. Why was your bias bearish today? I couldn't pick one. Went long after the massive wick and bullish closure. Looking to manipulate 1 hour long-term trend line. Yeah, I can see what you're thinking there, Luke. Which, again, it's definitely not a bad trade. It was a strong liquidity grab. But the reason I wouldn't be buying gold today, or if I was buying gold today, let's say if you did take these buys, I mean, as soon as you hit this liquidity level here, you know, you're managing your risk and taking profit because you're back at resistance. You're back at the breakout level from yesterday. But the reason that my bias was bearish yesterday is because gold had this huge sell-off on Tuesday. Not only that, is we failed to close above weekly highs. We also held 4,900. And then we also broke back below 4,800. Like, this is a strong bearish candle. That's a very, very, very strong bearish candle. That's a huge breakout on gold. So the only way I would buy today is if, let's see if we can get this art class out here for a second because it's important. The only way I would buy gold today is if yesterday actually confirmed the fake out and closed back above. Fantastic. Fake out confirmed, I'll buy gold today. But you can see yesterday, look at that for a drawing. Some of you guys tuning in thought it was a real candle for a second. But you can see yesterday, what did you do? You had support, 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 resistance, resistance. You broke it, you held it, you pushed back lower. So even if, you know, gold's going to have a reversal, it's going to come down and liquidate a lot more lows before you go higher. So yeah, for me personally, as long as gold trades below here, I would be shorting today at any opportunity. The only way I would buy gold is if you've massively manipulated some major lows and you're breaking back bullish. But yeah, anything below these areas here and here, I'd want to be selling gold because this has been a great sell-off here on gold. And that's why I think gold can actually come lower. Sean must have been giving you some drawing lessons. You see his Asia ones. Sean trying to copy my drawing skills. Candle drawing course coming out soon. Stay tuned. Has Sean been drawing candles? Yeah, I need to see some screenshots. You guys gotta get some screenshots. There's no way they're near as good as mine. I've spent 8 years perfecting these candlestick drawings. That's what I do on my weekends. So gold reacts around VWAP, guys. We could hold as resistance and maybe come for a little bit of a squeeze lower. Silver, I do think could be more interesting today because you haven't already pushed up as much as gold has. It gets out the good crayons, nice. We got London open in 4 minutes here, guys. We'll have a look at NQ, we'll have a look at oil as well. So if I understand, you are short bias long term. If I take swing shorts, I'm not swing short long term. I would be short today. Where would I be short today? Into previous day lows. So although I do think gold's going to come down here, we may also hold previous day lows. If anything, I'm more swing long on gold off the major trend line that you guys just spotted as well. If anything, I'm long term swing long on gold, but just not yet. I wouldn't be swing short on gold. You get swing. You try and short swing trades on gold. You're trying to swing trade shorts at massive support. You see, you got support, 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 resistance, support, 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 resistance. So no, I'm not swing short. I'm maybe intraday short, and if anything, swing bias long. Swing bias long for that major trend line, and the fact that I do believe you could see gold back to 5,000. But with that being said, is there opportunities to maybe do something like this before then you get back above for more of a long trade? Yes, possibly, and that's kind of what I'm trying to understand if we could potentially do today. Before then, maybe I would consider swing longs. Maybe next week. Who knows? Who knows? But what's interesting here on gold is, like, yes, I do, have some lows that you may come down and grab here. But we can't ignore that this is also a nice liquidity grab and big support. So we'll see. London Open coming up here, guys. Have a look at NQ. So NQ, again, phenomenal break back high, guys. NQ has just been on a, like we've been saying, just a non-stop run. Absolutely phenomenal non-stop run. I cashed out on some Robin Hood stocks yesterday, which was very nice. I don't really have any more stocks to buy at the minute. This is kind of getting pretty scary. NQ just creeping up and up and up and up and just going higher and higher and higher, which for you guys intraday trading, I imagine it must be pretty tough. Unless there's been intraday opportunity to continue buying, kind of gets tougher because it's almost like the markets give you that sign of like, oh, maybe it's time to go short. And you keep breaking back higher. But that's what you see a lot of the time when you see these big recoveries on Nasdaq. Can I go further back? I usually can. Why can I go further back? Let me see. Yeah, here, April. Let me go on these big. Here we go. On these big recoveries, like you get a lot of these like big sell-offs, and I definitely that's crazy. You get these big sell-offs, and then you pull back, and it's oh cool, we're gonna get another leg lower, and then you go higher, and you go oh cool, maybe now it's another leg higher, and then you go higher, and then pull back, and then you keep going up and up and up. So, like I say, it's the market that you want to keep following that we've been talking about all week. You want to be following these longs on NQ, not really selling. It's not really a market that I would have any desire to short, to be honest. Even intraday, if it pulls back, I would be happy to miss that. I would want to continue buying this market. And you can see, yesterday breaking back above 27,000 is a huge level. So let's get rid of some of these levels here in NQ. Obviously, yesterday closed very bullish. I mean, it could get choppy in here. What did we do yesterday? Yesterday, you broke out of the range. You broke back bullish. Cool. Follow the markets. 3 o'clock. Great trade. Big spike lower in Asia. Looks like a bit of a big liquidity wick. Almost filled it in. And now you've got back higher. Did ES fill in that wick? Because that'd be very surprising to not see either of their markets fill in that wick. No, you didn't. Which is very surprising. So I would be watching these Asia lows on NQ and ES. To wick down that much and not fill in that wick is pretty surprising. Usually on gold, if you see a big wick rejection and then price closing bearish, you very likely get them wick fills. But you haven't filled in that Asia low. You're back at resistance at 27,000. I would see if there's a potential resistance being formed here. You tell him, Bruno. You tell him, Bruno. So hourly close coming in here in gold, guys. Got London Open. You got that evening star playing out here. Evening star for shorts, where you also got a morning star liquidity grab here for long. So unless you took the longs, I wouldn't be jumping in these shorts. You just tag lows, close bullish. You also just tag highs, held resistance. So what does that tell us? Range. Why? Because Asia sold off like hundreds of ticks. So let's see. Instant bottom wick, you may get some buying. I would like to keep an eye on silver because silver does look better for longs because you have more retracement. Remember, guys, I'm just trading a combine here today. Why? Because gold has already moved so much. I want to see if there's potential longs on silver. Gold longs, I'm not really interested because you just tagged highs and held resistance. I'm also not interested in shorts. Why? Because you also just tagged lows and closed bullish. So is that not two completely conflicting different candle closures? Yes. And you're also bottom wicking and coming straight into hourly lows. So you may get a bit of a long. I'm going to keep an eye on silver here, guys. See if silver can pull back up into this VWAP and have a retracement of this big Asia sell. Just want to see some support being formed here. Remember, if you don't trade silver, be careful. Silver does move much bigger than gold. So if I do trade silver, I'm trading it on a combine here, guys. Do you think we will see 6,000 for the price of gold by the end of the year? I mean, I don't think so. I'd be very surprised. I'd be very, very, very surprised. But who knows in this market? The thing is with gold, you know, gold could range for the next like 3 years. If you guys are maybe new to trading gold, you know, when I first started trading gold, we were in a rally like this. It was a huge rally. And then we created a massive range for, I think, like 3 years. So if we were going to see 6,000, we would need something. We would need a huge catalyst to see that. I don't see that happening after everything else that's happened this year. I would be very surprised if you see something else. Oh, look at this! Look at this, you guys. I'm just going to show you guys the chart here. Look at this. This is from the Asia market call. You guys who were on the Asia market call yesterday, you guys can you guys see this on Zoom? From the Asia market call yesterday, it's what we called on gold to come up and liquidate these highs here and then get back below. Well, it's exactly what we did. So you guys trading Asia today, we called these shorts perfectly right above these highs. Tagged the highs, sold off. Called that perfectly in the Asia market call. What I wanted to show you guys was this. So this is where I started trading gold. I started trading gold during no, wait, not there. Where are we? I'm getting old. Where are we? Here. This is where I started trading gold. Back up in 2020, getting these big squeezes. And then you literally ranged for, and again, it doesn't matter because the range was fantastic to trade. But you pretty much ranged from all of 2020 all the way until 24. So you ranged for 4 years. But this range was phenomenal to trade. So I wouldn't be too surprised, you know, when you see this big of a run on gold, this big of a run, you could create some big ranges for quite some time. So do I think we'll see 6,000? I don't think so. Maybe. I don't think so, though. I think you probably create a big range in between, you know, maybe 5,500 all the way down to maybe like 4,500-ish and create one big massive range for quite some time. Because that's what gold does. Like this, you have these huge rallies. You range from April all the way until August, which is not that long of a range. And then you have a huge breakout. But you can stay in these ranges for quite some time on gold. Look at this. You can range for a long time. Swing trading is how I started trading gold, and it's also still how I love to trade gold. Yeah, it wouldn't be surprising if it happens for a while. But again, that's not to say we won't get trades. There'll be fantastic trades in them ranges. Some of my best trades ever on gold was back in that 2021 time. Alad remembers. Do past combines for fun? Yeah, I guess kind of. I'm also trade combines on days like today where, you know, gold has already had my perfect short. We are down 600 ticks. If I start trading my XFAs after this, you know, I feel like I'm FOMOing a bit. So I'll just trade the combine today and no comment. Trade the combines today and then yeah, see what we get later on, because I am expecting a little bit of a range on gold. So if I'm going to trade a range, I'm happy to just play on a combine, not put too much pressure on myself. Let's have a look. See if there's some potential. Not a lot of volume here in silver, but I do like silver for longs over gold. Gold tagging out low, starting to get back higher as well. Let's have a look here. So what we're doing right now on gold, we just wicked hourly highs, held VWAP. We also just wicked hourly lows, held support. So a little bit of a range. Let's see if silver can come down for a bit of a liquidity break to potentially buy. Wouldn't mind buying silver. Wouldn't mind buying silver. Where were you during that time, Alad? On that day? I think we had a great short one day on a great short, like 1,000 tick short or something, which back in the day was insane on gold. But I don't know where Alad was, but he missed it. I can't remember why. We'll wait for Alad to reply. Topstep has gold. Yes, absolutely. Topstep has gold. Absolutely. So let's see here, guys. Potential silver longs, gold. You know, look at this on gold to the left, guys. I know we weren't able to jump on that quick, but look at this. You came down, tag lows, held support, and now you're coming right back for the highs. So we're tagging lows, tagging highs in the middle range. So yes, the hourly did tag highs. Is it an evening start to go short? I mean, maybe, but look at where you're shorting into. Support. Bad form, not letting back the entry. Yeah, I know. The silver and gold move similar. It's something I'm trying to still understand, to be honest, Sam. But what I have found is, even if silver has liquidated highs of a range, gold still does it. You know, sometimes like if you trade ES and NQ, ES will grab lows, NQ doesn't need to. If gold hasn't grabbed the highs or lows, regardless of what silver's done, gold will still do it. I'm not 100% sure yet on if it's the same for silver. I mean, again, look, if we look at this short today, again, that's why we can figure this out together. But look at this. Silver left a perfect double top at 2 a.m. Well, what did gold do at 2 a.m? It liquidated the highs. So gold liquidated the highs, sold off. Silver didn't liquidate the highs. So maybe there is some. It's you know, it's something that we should try and understand together. But one thing I have found is if you ever see gold doing this, gold will still manipulate the highs. But maybe silver doesn't need to. Maybe gold's more manipulated than silver. So you left that perfect double top on silver, whereas gold grabbed the highs. So maybe that's an opportunity to maybe short silver and risk off the highs, because gold's already grabbed the highs, so therefore that might be a valid stop for silver. Or something to watch is, you know, let's say, not that we would be, but let's say if you're buying silver today, you know, you're buying up into this liquidity level. Silver didn't get there, well, gold got there. So maybe you take profit on your silver trade. Definitely something to watch. Definitely something to watch. Let me see if there's a potential long here on silver soon. What do we have? Silver. Interesting. Yeah, very, absolutely, man. It's something I'm trying to, something I'm open to learning as well, man, to be honest. My expertise have always been on gold. I've only started looking at silver recently, so you know, I'm happy to, you know, you guys on Zoom, you know, if you do find findings like that on silver, you know, let's share them together in Discord. Share them together, and we'll understand it ourselves, and we'll learn from it, and we'll see times like that. Because I think there was another one this week as well. Yeah, here again, look at this. So you see you had this perfect double top here on silver again. I remember this did actually get grabbed on gold again. So it looks like it happens a lot. But you can see, you know, you do still at times do manipulate the lows when gold still does as well. So something to watch, something to watch. But if this was gold, gold wouldn't short like this much without grabbing them highs. So gold's always going to grab the highs or lows. So if you see silver grabbing a high, but gold hasn't grabbed the highs, I still have to wait for gold to grab the highs. But if silver hasn't grabbed the highs, but gold has, then maybe, cool, I can maybe short silver. So which is the only thing with this range right now, is you can see silver hasn't grabbed the range, but gold has grabbed the range. So based off everything that we've just said, could we see silver sell off from here if gold's grabbed the highs? Possibly, possibly. Something to watch. But you know, to me, a target on silver is actually much of a deeper retracement, so I'm not really worried too much about this. I think we could see silver back up into like 76.5s. Let's see, how do we close? So yeah, you had that nice support. 4 hour nice support. See a little bit of a breakout here, guys. Just want to see a little bit of a breakout, and I'll try and follow these markets. Just a nice bullish closure, and I'll see if I can follow silver. Let's see. Just a nice break, maybe back above. It's a bit of a tight range. Maybe break back above, let's say 76.9s. Maybe we break back above. Yeah, like Bruno just said there, gold leads usually. Yeah, gold. Looks like gold leads the way, and then silver follows suit. So maybe there is some correlation where, you know, maybe as gold's breaking out and silver's still at support, maybe there's another opportunity there. Again, something to some data to collect there, which is always fun. Because when you've been trading for 8 years, you kind of know the majority of the ins and outs on gold. But when I start looking at a market like silver, and I know there's opportunities to understand it more, it's definitely exciting. I like that part of trading. I like that part of trading where, you know, you go out and you find some data and you collect data on your own and you start to understand things a little bit more. That's how you get really good at these markets. You know, I give you guys my whole entire game plan here for gold, but it's always good to go out and, you know, try and find your own findings. Yeah, definitely, Bruno. Feels like gold is the ES. Gold is the ES and silver is the NQ. Yeah, I think so too, man. Silver's which is crazy because some people find that gold moves too crazy. But if you think gold moves crazy, wait till you trade silver. So you're kind of wicking some highs here. We've got first 15. I don't trade the 15 because the first 15 of London coming up here. Holding support, holding resistance. I mean, it's a pretty decent grab. I would consider a sell stop, but my concern is I just don't really have any targets. No targets on gold. Obviously, we do have targets, you know, all the way back down here at 46.86, but you have a long way to clear before that. Yeah, that's true, Glenn. That's true. Silver will take years off your life. Yeah, that's very true. Silver will give you grey hairs. I thought gold gave me grey hairs at 30, 31 actually. Jesus, but silver will get you there even quicker. I just forgot I was 31 for a second. That's not very nice. So yeah, you may see like I say, silver break back above, cool. Or long. Gold, it's gonna need some time. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning, good morning. Would you like a 30-minute breakout on gold for sales? I would need more than a 30-minute breakout to short gold. I would need more than that, because look at where you'd be selling into. You're selling into massive support that was also just a previous fake out here, broke below, broke straight back above. And you're also trading against this candle. If I want to trade against this candle here, why is this candle so significant? Because it manipulated lows and closed very bullish. So if I want to short against this candle, I need to see an hourly breakout on gold, to be honest. I need to see a decent hourly bearish engulfing candle to confirm that this move is false. Exactly like here, actually. It's exactly like this here. Exactly the same. What would make me short gold when I see price tagging lows and closing very bullish? A decent bearish engulfing candle. Because this bearish engulfing candle confirms that this move and this liquidity grab isn't holding and cannot hold. So same thing here is if I want to... teaching you guys a lot here. It's very important. If I want to sell against this, I want to see a decent bearish breakout, then absolutely I'll short and follow gold. Oh, sorry, you can't see my drawings. I'll short gold all the way down into here. So, same thing. Tag lows, close very bullish. Would I want to drop down to the 30-minute and short against that? Absolutely not. But when I see that hourly confirming a bearish engulfing candle back below these levels, then I'll follow the market. So that would be my short. So exactly the same thing here. So would I take a 30-minute sell against that? No, I definitely wouldn't. It'd have to see a decent... hourly breakout. Silver tagging the lows here. If silver starts to break back bullish here, guys, I'm going to try and get long on silver soon. I want to get chopped in range, but I want to see if we get long. Let's see. So yeah, 30-minute breakout wouldn't be enough for me, because this is a strong reversal sign. If anything, we should be dropping down to lower time frame and looking for longs. The only reason I'm not looking for longs on gold right now is because you're right back at VWAP. But if anything, if I really want to drop down to lower time frame right now and look for trades, I should be looking for longs. Based off this. Until this gets invalidated, I should be following this. following this until it closes below, then cool, then maybe I go short. But right now, tag and lows, holding support, I should be following that market. Silver just tagged the highs, bearish, also at the support. If we break back above previous highs, I'm going to see if there's some longs. Goldie, chopping. We got time here, guys. We got time. We got time. We got time here, guys. What's Bitcoin been up to recently? Let's have a look at Bitcoin. What have we been up to on Bitcoin? Oh, look at that. Bitcoin back up at 80s. Wow, look at that. Almost right back up at the 80s. Chow, are you in it? Are you in these Bitcoin longs, Chow? Bet he is. Where is he? Bet you are. Of course. Serious gains. Good man. That's a pretty decent bounce. I wanted to buy more, actually. I did buy a little bit, but not enough. But still, it's a nice bounce. I honestly was very convinced you'd see Bitcoin come down and look at lows, which makes me wonder on this pullback, is this a pullback to have another leg lower? What do you reckon, Zhao? I'm concerned that this is a pullback for another leg lower. You fill in this gap, you retest 85, and you see shorts back down into 60s. That's my concern. Keep buying. I'm not taking advice from this guy anymore. I'm not selling. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Nah, yeah, I did buy a little bit of Bitcoin, but I didn't buy as much as I would have liked. I wanted to see, you know, this manipulation low, which you do see a lot on crypto. To be honest, same as gold. You do see a lot of these manipulations lower before seeing the longs. Same as the shorts. You know, you come up, you look at the highs, and then you sell off. Look at this. You come up, manipulate the highs, and then you sell off. And what do you do for the longs? Come down, manipulate lows, and then you have that run. Come down, manipulate the lows, and then you have that run. So that's why I was, yeah, that's the only reason I didn't buy more. So with me accumulating from here, yeah, I will probably look to take around 80 to 85. Let's have a look at silver. Are we breaking out on silver? Are we waking up? Let's see. Almost. Let me see. I'm gonna take a small buy here on silver, guys. Remember, I'm trading combine here. I'm gonna take a small buy. We're trying to hold this support. Risk about $200 here on this combine. Trying to see if we can get this retracement back up into VWAP. I'm taking a small buy here on silver, guys. Remember, like I say, if you don't trade gold, if you don't trade silver, don't just jump in silver. I'm just gonna take a buy on this combine. See if we can hold this support here. Just giving it a try. I'm not taking this on my XFA, guys. Yeah, easy, Sean, easy. 10K to 5K, easy. No more pre-New York streams on YouTube. Yes, I will absolutely be doing some more streams very, very, very soon. 100%. There'll be plenty more coming. I've just been busy this week, so I haven't been able to jump on. But yes, there will absolutely be plenty of streams coming. Absolutely. Where are we? Let me see, guys. I don't know if you guys saw, I did post a video yesterday breaking down the $5,000 trade from last week as well. If you guys haven't seen it and you want to check it out, I'll post it. You guys can see it. It was breaking down my $5,000 gold trade from last week, which is a very, very, very nice trade. If you guys want to watch it, feel free to check it out. Yeah, Barna, me too. Below 50, again, yeah, me too. I was happy to dollar cost average on Bitcoin, even below 60, to be honest. I think, yeah, if you guys want to check it out, post it there. But yes, absolutely. There'll be more streams coming in the future. Absolutely. I just got caught up some stuff this week, but yes, absolutely, I will. Let's see here, guys. Trying to buy gold into this. Hourly close. We came down. We manipulated the lows that I wanted to be manipulated, and we're trying to break back higher. So nice grab there. And gold. Yeah, I'm not convinced of buying gold, guys. I'm not convinced. If anything, I would be leaning more towards shorts today. But I don't want to short from here. So let's see. When you're going back to Australia, are you still going to stream London on your YouTube channel? Used to enjoy them a lot back in the day. I appreciate it. Yeah, We used to do pre-London streams on my channel, and then we jumped into the Topstep streams here as well. So yeah, definitely. When I'm back and I've got some more time on a time zone where I don't have to get up at like 5 a.m. to stream, yeah, we'll absolutely do some more. 100%, 100%. Oh, let's see, silver. If silver closes back below the support, guys, I will probably manage the risk. You just tag lows and close bullish, so if we then reclose back below, it's everything that invalidates this long here. It's the exact same thing. Look at that silver straight back down. Silver's been a tough market to trade recently, guys. I've taken a few trades on silver recently, and I've been manipulated every time. I'm not sure if I understand silver. Me and silver don't have a good relationship like me and gold do. And that's what I get for cheating on gold. That's only a $200 loss, but the price action to me, tag lows, close bullish, highs above. Yeah, I would buy this. If this was gold, I would buy this. Silver doesn't like me very much. I think I have to stick to my Goldie. Goldie's like, that's what you get for leaving me again. You leave me and this is what happens. This is what happens. Sometimes you buy below hourly lows. Sometimes you buy below 30-minute lows. How do you decide? It depends on how we've got there. It depends on how we've got there. But I mean, you mainly want to be looking at the hourly for like your main focus. 30 minutes sometimes if I just want to try and refine a little bit of an entry, but if I had to pick one, I would just be focused on the on the hourly. Yeah. Sean just said it here, toxic relationship, but you keep going there. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Love-hate relationship, but you keep running back to silver. Yeah, that's true. Nah, I don't watch any correlation with crude, George. Nah, don't watch it at all, man. What for gold? I don't watch any. Honestly, no. I watch zero correlation for gold. Let me just close. I want to close minus 135 and wait. We're clearly not driving, so let me just close it and wait. Minus $140. Trying to take this buy here on silver. We tag lows nicely, held support, but we're straight back down. So, to be honest, this is a nice low to risk off. I wouldn't really want to see this low. If you break this low, you're probably going to come much lower. So, let me just wait here. Your gold squeezing lower as well. 30-minute getting back down below. Silver, yeah, 30-minute could close bearish as well. If we do break out, possible shorts. But yeah, no, I don't know. I don't correlate gold to anything. The more you try and correlate gold, the more you're going to talk yourself out of trades. Gold, maybe silver or other markets, different story. But gold is, gold moves it so way that you just focus on just gold. That's all you need. Especially for intraday opportunities. Maybe swing trading, you might have some correlation there, but for day trading, you'll end up talking yourself out of a lot of trades. A lot of trades. Silver is just the side chick. Gold is the wife. I think so. Look at this, Goldie back down here, guys. Hourly evening style breaking back below. If you get that bearish breakout on Goldie, then maybe you can continue selling. Yeah, exactly, Bruno. Aaron, can you give a brief explanation of how you look at the market? Yeah, I mean, just go back and watch the start of the stream, Alex. That's literally what I've been doing for the last hour, man. I've been breaking down these markets. Why I broke down why you wouldn't buy Asia, why we were calling shorts in Asia, why I'm not buying gold right now. I've gone through all of it, man. So if I was to go through it again, it wouldn't be very fair on the other people listening. So absolutely go back and watch the start of the stream, because I have pretty much gone through everything, and it's very, very, very valuable. The start of the stream, first like 30 minutes of the stream, guys, I tried to teach you guys as much as I can. So I taught all about these liquidity levels, the price action, when you would short, why you wouldn't buy, the daily bias. So absolutely go back and watch it, and I go through everything, absolutely everything. But no, I don't use multiple concepts. I stick to my own concept, which is liquidity and price action. Super simple. Liquidity levels and price action. That's my focus here in these markets. That's my focus here. So silver breaking back below. Double bottom sitting down here now. Maybe you squeeze a little bit lower. Goldie also breaking back below. Like I say, guys, if I want to short gold, I want to see the Audi actually closing bearish, then fantastic. 90 MI, I can short gold all the way back down into 4,700, easy. Silver, I'm not interested in selling silver. Why? Because you're shorting right into major support. To be honest, that's why I kind of like silver for pullbacks. You know, even just to have a retracement back up into these breakout levels. I don't want to be a seller here. I want to be a buyer here. Where could we next consider some longs? Maybe if we tag hourly lows and wick back above. Remember, there's not much of a high on this hourly candle, so you can easily come all the way right back above. So let's see how silver reacts from here. But again, this is why I don't want to be a seller on silver, guys. If I want to be a seller on silver, where's the most logical place to look for a short? With a good risk reward, it would be back up here. Here. So trying to see if you can slowly retrace up into there before then maybe you get that bigger short. So let's see. We got 30-minute close coming in about 4 minutes here, guys. 4 minutes. Be watching previous hourly lows for another liquidity grab on silver before we do potentially get a bounce. Remember, gold's below hourly lows, back in support. So for me, I'm not shorting gold here. I think you get a lot of people trapped in longs and shorts here on gold, to be honest. I prefer the looks of silver. Let's have a look. We've got 30-minute close coming up. Let's have a look at NQ as well. What we've done here for London Open. Not very much. Not very much. Kind of just ranging here. But be watching 27,000 because 27,000 is a big potential reversal level where you could get some selling and some pullbacks on NQ. Not looking for huge reversals, but you could get some selling. Yeah, NQ's in no man's land, I agree. You're just in a bit of range. Just in a range. We have to wait. When you see Asia selling off this much and then ripping all the way back up pre-London, it's like, yeah, it's no surprise. It's no surprise. Kind of same as gold, which is unfortunate for us London traders, but it's part of the business. Part of the business. Asia rips up, rips back down. We're going to create space. We're going to create space. Which is unfortunate because I was London traders. It was the same yesterday too. Yep, nice Barney, yep. I'll be doing the same soon as well. I'll be doing the same soon. Let's see. I just want to see this 30-minute close here, guys. Let's hang around for this 30-minute close because silver does look interesting. If we were still risk off the low, you'd still be in the trade, but to be honest, I would be surprised if we break out without grabbing these hourly lows now. But let's see. So you got a little bit of a double bottom here. We kind of have to be honest, we got an easy play on gold right now. We got support, we broke it. If we break back above, cool. Fake out buys where? All the way for that retracement back up into the VWAP and this area. $76. Fantastic. Fantastic. So let's see, guys. Let's see. Tom caught the move this morning to all the money at the markets. Did Tom get the shorts? Is Tom here? Is Tom here? Let's see, guys. Let's see. Hourly close coming in. 30-minute close coming in 1 minute here, guys. 1 minute. 1 minute. To be honest, this is the move in Asia on NQ, man, was actually, I mean, Asia's moved a lot of these markets, but this is a very, 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 very aggressive liquidity wick. Imagine anyone who's like swing buying from all these places just got really, really, really manipulated here. Like these were some aggressive candles. You look at this in the 1 minute just to see how aggressive they are. Like this is a huge sell-off. Like this is a huge, huge, huge sell-off. And then what do you do? And again, this is the psychology of the markets though. You see this big sell-off, you don't get it, even though it's still, let's just pretend this is, gold, for example. You don't get this huge sell-off. What do you do down here? You go, I didn't get this move. Let me just have a shot at these sells. And the market rips out. You go, surely you're going to pull back soon. Let me take another short. And then you just completely retrace and you have that huge V-shaped recovery. You sell off, you rip all the way right back above. So this move here, this rip down and this rip back up would have manipulated people on pretty much both sides of the market. Unless you were shorting from up here, you see this sell-off, you go, oh man, I've got so much FOMO. Let me just take a shot of shorts. Oh, it starts to go back out. Let me take another short. Oh, another short. And before you know it, you've blown all the way back out. You go, oh, the market's so manipulated. Let me try to take some longs. Okay, well, what does price do? Comes all the way right back down. So, massive manipulation here. You try and short this move down at lows, you get stopped out. You try and buy at the highs, you get stopped out. But if you look at the higher time frame, that's why I couldn't really see any. I mean, there was some news that came out, but not to that degree. Like that's a huge sell. That's a huge sell off. Huge sell off. Yeah, all good. What you do, man? But yeah, this is how the markets can just manipulate you, and that's when you see like them memes about when people see the market selling off, and then you try and sell it, and then it starts to go back higher, and then you try and buy it, and then it starts to go back lower, and then you try and sell it, and then it goes back higher. That's when these markets can really test you. But if you focus on these high time frame candle closures, and the reason you don't short down here is because you're at big support regardless of the FOMO, then you can be a lot more reactive. That's sometimes where the lower time frame can get you trapped in a lot. And I say most people would try and buy and sell this. And when I say that, I mean me. I would be the one that would see this rip down and I would try and sell it. And then I get squeezed out. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to try and buy it. And then I get squeezed out. And I end up realizing I'm doing nothing but trading off pure emotions. So when I see silver selling off this much and I see gold selling off this much, so yeah, I could probably try and trade in here. But in reality, I'm going to trade a range. And I have to accept that, which I am accepting today, which is why I'm trading a combine. Whereas old me would see a massive move down and be like, oh, let me chase these markets or let me try and call the bottoms. And I would just get manipulated and burnt out all day long. Whereas now, you know what? I come on for London. Yeah, it would have been great to have shorted this on gold and silver in Asia. But you know what? We accept it and wait. Coach Robert, hey, how's it going? Appreciate you tuning in. Take a break from coding. Nice. Appreciate you tuning in. I know it must be late here. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Why is gold in Asia statistically much better than London? It's not necessarily that it's better than London. It's just kind of market flows. I've been trading gold for, like I say, a long time. I've been trading London for a long time. And I've seen times where, gold can move really well in London. Typically when Asia doesn't do very much. But if Asia has a big drop, typically London will create more of a range. So my favorite times to trade London is when gold is ranged in Asia and you get them big moves. But it comes in flows, to be honest. I've seen it come in flows. We've had trades in London where it's like back to back every day. There's great trades in London. But then we've had times where it's been a little bit more quiet. Why? Because maybe there's been some overnight news and Asia's had a big move. So it comes in flows, to be honest. It comes in flows. That's why I do like to focus on higher time frame like hourly candle closures, so I can kind of manage trades throughout the whole day. So I don't say to myself, I'm only trading London. I'll do my London analysis. If I get a trade, great. I'll be done for the day. If not, I'll do my analysis, set my alerts, and kind of go about my business and go about my day. But it comes in flows. Same as pre-London and London Open. Same as pre-New York and New York Open. Sometimes pre-London will be good. London Open might be quiet. Pre-London will be quiet. London Open will be good. But it's more so just like it's any market that you've seen, have this huge rip higher and then a massive rip back down below. The markets aren't just going to keep ripping. They, especially not gold. Gold's going to have a big move and then it's going to range for quite some time, regardless if this happened in New York or it happened in Asia or it happened in London. Even if this happened in London, you would see New York range. It's just how these markets move. We trend, we consolidate, we manipulate, and then we have the next move. So that's why you're kind of seeing gold just hanging out here. But like I say, guys, I'm trading combine. I'm happy to hang out with you guys because not jumping in these trades is always trading. You've got silver tagging these lows. Oh, silver may get us back in longs here. You just hit these hourly lows. If we break back above, could be some longs on silver. Yeah, look at that. Just tag the lows nicely. If we get a bit of a bottom wick here, I may give these silver longs one more shot here. Let's see. So you just tag them hourly lows that we just spoke about. You just hit the lows. So we got out of our shorts perfectly there, guys. Cut that short, a small $142 loss. Came down, tagged lows. It would have stopped us out full. Now we're breaking back above. So good risk management there. If we can get in these silver longs, that would be fantastic. Let's have a look at gold. Goldie, getting back above. So let's have a look. 30-minute close. Again, the reason I'm not selling this on gold, guys, is because the hourly's still bullish. So be careful shorting gold. It's the reason I also want to buy silver. May get in this silver trade soon. Let's have a look here. NQ also just hanging out. Let's have a quick look at crude for London. Also kind of not really doing too much. I think gold and silver are probably the nicest movers so far. Remember, guys, I do like these euro longs as well. Gold trying to get back above. Let me just see. I don't see silver go without us. Let me see. That's all right. We got time. We got gold breaking back higher. Silver potential longs coming in here. YouTube, guys, I'm gonna wrap up here, guys. A lot of these markets are ranging creative space. We've been in here for about an hour breaking down these markets, breaking down gold. Like I say, guys, the start of this session was very valuable. So maybe if some of you guys tuned in late, I highly recommend you guys to go back and watch the start of the stream, because we broke down the whole entire Asia moves, the daily bias, going through all the analysis. So absolutely go and check it out. And if not, trade safe today, guys. These markets have moved a lot. Let the markets breathe. And then before you know it, the patience will pay. You come back in 2-3 hours times, the markets make way more sense and you make your money. So for me, guys, I'm gonna sit on my hands, head to the gym, take a break from the charts and see what we get closer to that New York session. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to tune in. I will see you guys same time again tomorrow. Trade safe, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.